Hello and welcome to the first ever installment of Warrior Weekly. I'm Jeremy Good.
And I'm CJ Beasley. The Weekly is a news and entertainment program that offers up to the latest information coming to you from Brainerd High School.
You can catch our new show on Thursdays during the school year on the BHS TV Production YouTube page and on the high school's Facebook page. Our shows will live on those sites, so if you miss us on Thursdays, click on over to either site to get caught up. Don't forget to subscribe.
Alright, so let's get into it. Congratulations are in order for a number of BHS clubs and organizations. First off, one of the BHS knowledgeable teams earned themselves an appearance in the state tournament that is taking place April 10th and 11th at Craigan's, right here in the Brainerd Lakes area. Taking first place in Region 5 and moving on to state is a team of Abe Albright, Maddie Schold, Ethan Cady, Max Dwyer, and Alex Bauer. Congratulations to them.
Also, 4 of the BHS building trade students recently took part in a building contest at the Mid-Minnesota Builders Association Trade Show at Essentia Health Center. They placed 3rd overall by building this great-looking deer stand. Congratulations to the team of Jack Wanis, Alex Scott, Griffin Young, and Devin Kroll. They earned $500 in prize money. They were also given some tools as well as the deer stand they built. High Tech Construction sponsored the team.
And can you say three-peat? The Warrior adapted floor hockey team can call themselves state champions for the 3rd straight year. It was also the 3rd straight unbeaten season for the Warriors, who have now won 44 straight games dating back to the start of the 2016 season.
Finally, the BHS robotics team had a great showing at the regional robotics competition recently held in Duluth. The team made it to the quarterfinals of the regional, where they finished 9th out of 63 teams. The team created one of the best scoring robots ever built at BHS. Great season by our Warrior Robotics team members.
On to the other news. We all know the big springtime event here at BHS is Prom. This year's event will be on Saturday, April 13th. This year's theme is a train ride through Paris, and tickets are on sale now. Here's more info.
They wanted to do the train ride because we're at the Northern Pacific Center. Juniors and seniors are invited. Sophomores can only go if they are invited by an upperclassman. So it's $15 per person, and that includes an optional walk through Grand March at Brainerd High School in the gymnasium, and that also includes the dance. The dance is from 8 o'clock to 11 with the doors opening at 7 at the Northern Pacific Center, and there's snacks and beverages there, and then also a free photo booth.
Great info there. From Paris to Latin America, a group of BHS students recently returned from a trip of a lifetime. 41 students to be specific. They spent several days soaking up the culture and practicing their language skills in Costa Rica. While there, they stayed with host families, went to the rainforest, toured coffee, pineapple, and chocolate plantations, and some ziplining. And of course, they spent some time chilling by the Pacific Ocean.
I think the best part for me was the day at the ocean because it was so warm and the sky was beautiful, sunny day, and it was nice to just swim because I love swimming, and I haven't done that in a long time because it's winter time.
With a friend, we got to meet our host family. Some of them had kids, some of them had pets, and most didn't speak any English. So we got to practice our Spanish and get to know some cool people.
BHS will be hosting its annual art show in May, and we're looking for art submissions now. The art show is open to all students grades 9 through 12. Each student may submit up to 5 artworks that have been created within the last year. All forms of 2D, 3D, and digital art is accepted. Photography and digital art must be printed on photo paper. If interested, bring your artwork to B101 or B102 by Friday, April 26th. There will be awards and prizes for winning artworks.
Lunch Jam is coming up in May, and for the first time, the BHS Pays Lab will be selling their My Intent bracelets. Briston Domino has more.
The students in the BHS Pays Lab have been hard at work putting together My Intent bracelets. The purpose of My Intent bracelets is to serve as a reminder to those who wear them to think about the message created on the bracelet. The way the process works is people choose a word that means something to them and want to actively focus on. The word is then stamped on a token and turned into a bracelet. A handful of students have been making the bracelets for a while now, and they have been available to those in class, and To staff, the good news is everyone can soon buy one as they will begin selling them at Lunch Jam on May 23rd.
The company's mission is to be a catalyst for meaningful conversations and positive action. And it says we believe there's purpose inside each of us, and we want our efforts to encourage people to share more truth and inspiration with each other.
Again, my intent bracelets can be purchased coming up at the Spring Lunch Jam in May. The bracelets will cost between $8 and $10. For the Warrior Weekly, I'm Briston Down. Back to you.
Thanks, Briston. Well, coming up next, Andrew Becker is in with sports. Stick around.
Come and see them all together at the Musical Showcase Concert, April 9th at Tornstrom Auditorium.
The Warrior Outlet, famous for its popcorn, now has a new line of spring clothes available.
Winter might be over, but the Warrior Outlet has clothes for all seasons. Spring into action with this new line of Warrior clothes. Getting a summer job? Try a new fancy Warrior shirt. Outfit your entire family with new youth clothes.
Stop by the Warrior Outlet today and pick up your new line of spring clothes. Remember to keep calm and popcorn on.
Hello everyone, I'm Andrew Becker in with your Warrior Sports Update. Varsity baseball team is gearing up for a new season and are looking to keep riding the wave of 2018's stellar finish. The Warriors made a great run in the Section 4A tournament before being knocked out by St. Michael Albertville. Longtime coach Lowell Searcy retired after 46 years at the helm, so the Warriors now enter the Trent Grams era. Coach Grams comes to Brainerd after spending time coaching in Little Falls in Lesser Prairie, Minnesota. The Warriors have a handful of seniors returning who will provide leadership for the up-and-coming underclassmen. The Warriors are optimistic about their season ahead and are competing hard so far.
Everyone knows that our entire coaching staff is brand new, and the players are all starting out at an equal level, and so they're competing very hard against each other. So whoever we choose for that first game, we don't know who that is yet, but whoever we choose, they're going to earn it, and they know that, which makes practice that much more enjoyable.
It's been awesome so far. I mean, the little bit that we've been here, it's been awesome. The new coach seems like a great guy. Obviously, Dylan Knipples coached us in 8th grade, and we know him. He's been our teacher. He's awesome. Great coach.
The Warriors are scheduled to make their debut this season on Tuesday, April 9th on the road against St. Cloud Tech. From present to past, Warriors 1 alumni is making a name for himself in the big leagues as a relief pitcher. 2008, Brainerd graduated and current Miami Marlins pitcher Nick Anderson, the first Warrior to earn a spot on an opening day roster of a Major League Baseball team since 1992. Through April 2nd, Anderson has appeared in 3 games for the Marlins where he's pitched a total of 2.1 innings with 6 strikeouts as a reliever. To other sports now, the Warrior boys and girls track teams are off to a nice start after both teams captured team wins at the Sauk Rapids Rice indoor meet held on March 30th. Brainerd bested teams from St. Cloud Apollo and Sauk Rapids Rice, with several Warriors coming out on top in their respective events. Congratulations to Brenna Deason, who tied a school record in the girls' 60-meter dash with a time of 8.12 seconds. Both teams will take part in the Central Lakes indoor meet on April 6th at St. John's. A number of other varsity Warriors team will be in action in the coming week. The boys golf team is scheduled for a meet Tuesday, April 9th in Wilmer. Also on the 9th, the boys tennis team will be at home taking on Sartell, and the softball team will host St. Cloud Tech. Please check the Warrior activities calendar on the ISD 181 website for the latest schedules. That's a look at what's happening in the Warrior world of sports. Jeremy, CJ, back to you.
Thanks, Andrew. Every week on the show, we want to catch up with one teacher here at BHS. We think it's a good way for all of us to get to know them just a little bit better. This week, Connor Nelson sits down with Mr. Borish.
The first time I thought about teaching would have been when I was a student in 7th grade over at Franklin. I wanted to get involved in teaching social studies, American history in particular.
Do you miss being in your old room?
When I was told I was moving down here, it kind of felt the day that the music died. So yes, I really do miss that room.
What's the best prank you've ever done?
Probably 2 of my best ones here have been against Quali. We had the bubble wrap experience a couple years ago, and then several years ago, Mr. Pritchett and I created the Dave and Dave fan club, and we put up thousands and thousands of pictures all around her room. She's still finding them today. You can even ask her about that one.
What is the craziest thing on your bucket list?
As far as bucket lists go, I've never really created one, but my plan is if I can make it to 75 years of age, I want to do one thing. I've never been pulled over with a speeding ticket, and I'm going to go. It's going to be so much fun.
Now let's keep the fun rolling with our Thank God It's Thursday segment. Hello, I'm Rob Bixby, and this is TGI Trivia. Let's meet our contestants for today. We have David, a small-town dentist.
Remember to floss.
Paul, a janitor at a fast food franchise.
I went to Harvard.
And Greg, a South Dakotan window sweep.
I hate my job.
Now the rules are simple. I ask you a question and you write down your best answer. A Geiger counter is used to detect what? Correct. That's 100 points for David. Ooh, I'm sorry. That is incorrect. That's negative 50 points. That's not really an answer, Greg. Well, we've got David at 100, Paul at negative 50, and Greg. And for our next question, in which city is the Golden Gate Bridge located? That's correct. 50 points to David. That's not even close, Paul. Well, you're really bumming me out here, Greg.
My wife and I sleep in separate beds.
Well, it looks like we've got David at 150, Paul at negative 100, and Greg, get some help, man.
My therapist dropped me because I'm too pathetic.
Well, for our final question, for 200 points, which seabird located in the McCurry Islands has the longest wingspan of any bird living? Ooh, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that's... Really? Wow, okay. So congratulations, Paul. You've just won yourself a one-way trip to Gary, Indiana, the most magical place on earth. Give him a hand, folks. And remember to tune in next time on the next exciting episode of TGI Trivia.
Well, that wraps up our first ever Warrior Weekly episode.
Thanks a lot for joining us. We'll see you next Thursday.